really special chat because we're doing this with the Manchester Desi Group. That's the name of the group, Manchester Desi Group. So as you've guessed, we are in Manchester, the northern city in England. Do you think the Indian community here in England, especially here in Manchester, because you can give me a Manchester perspective, is united, or do you think they're still disunited on the basis of, maybe people from Gujarat are separate, maybe people from Punjab are separate? More work needs to be done to get people together, you think?
There are so many groups here, like Jain Samaj, all those things. But now in our group, we are trying our best to get everybody.
Correct.
Like we have people who are like Christians, we have Muslims, we have Hindus. We have everybody. Actually, the guy which you spoke, he was a Muslim. And we have Aldrin family who are Christians. So we have everybody, and we're trying to just.
So this is like version 2.0, isn't it? This is like Manchester Desi Group is Indian Community Group version 2.0. Is that true, or do you think there still needs work to be done?
It's like a mini India. It's like a small Indian community. You'll find all kind of different people, different communities, different religions in the group. If you talk about all over UK, there are lots of groups who are operating inside UK, who operate in the area, and there are UK-wide groups as well, and they have a lot of chats, discussions, and communication going on, and they're really good groups. Basically, they share a lot of knowledge, they share a lot of experience, help out new people who are coming to UK, share their experiences. Really, really very useful actually, which I found it very helpful actually.
What about you, sir?
Yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah. Like there are several different groups. Like within Manchester itself, like we have so many different groups within our own. Like there's a Hindu community group, and there's another group. But our group, we are trying to make it as secular as and open.
Open is, I think, open is the word, isn't it? Open is the word. A question that a lot of people ask me, even people in India and even within the Indian community, about facing racism. I mean, does that still exist in England, and how do people in the Indian community deal with this? I mean, have you ever had an occasion when you felt as if actually I didn't really feel comfortable, I didn't really feel good about that event?
Yeah, I have faced it like occasionally, like at the workplace. Also, sometimes we do get that feeling. But
and how do you deal with it?
We just take a good phase and like just carry on with it. But I would say that majority of the people are quite good. It's like that 1% of guys who have these issues.
Yeah, that's important to remember, that it's kind of just very few small minor. How do you deal with it, ma'am? If have you ever had a chance when you've felt as if...
sometimes when you travel by train and all those things, I mean, people look at you like you're somebody different. But you just turn away and carry on.
Yeah,
no problem.
Ignorance is a good trait. Well, what about y'all? I mean, have you all ever faced it?
Depending on the area as well. Sometimes we go to that area and people look at you and just make comments like that. But we just ignore it and we go ahead.
You just tell them, actually, we are going off to celebrate our Desi festival. So if you want, you can join in. But what about you, Sanjay? Do you ignore?
The racism exists everywhere. If you go back in India or if you are in UK, racism is everywhere. Basically, you will find racism in India. There are certain communities who support their people. So it's everywhere. The best thing is to ignore it and carry on with what you are doing and perform the best, and no one can do anything about it. They cannot stop you, basically, and that's my approach.
Okay, and that's a great approach, because I mean, like you pointed out, I mean, racism is everywhere. I mean, even in India, oftentimes, we do discriminate without calling it racism. Oftentimes. Sanjay, tell me, when I say the word Manchester, what is that one word that comes to your mind?
It's a second home.
Not a good weather.
Okay. What about you?
Piccadilly.
Why is that?
Oh, that's the heart of Manchester, where everything happens.
She's quietly saying shopping. Is that why it comes?
One of it. Because all the programs, everything, the Albert Square, it's such a happening space. So everything is there. Now also all the open market, Christmas markets. Piccadilly is the place where you have to be.
Yeah. And that's your husband, no?
Yes.
Yeah. So shopping. No. Shopping, is that a problem? Is that Piccadilly shop?
It's a problem with every lady, I guess.
Okay. And what's that one word that comes here?
Oh, it's United. Manchester United. Manchester is worldwide known as Manchester United. So, for me, football, and it's a sports loving city.
Absolutely.
So, for me, like that's
He's a big Manchester United fan.
Yeah, that's
You're in the right city, absolutely right city. So Manchester United, weather not very good. Shopping, all of these words come to you come to your mind when you say the word Manchester. Of course, it's groups like these that often help people cope when they're away from home, when they're away from India, and to form a new home altogether. And you can't really see all the celebrations that are going on in the hall behind you, but I can promise you that everybody in that group has something to contribute, has something to say. And especially when it comes to Bollywood songs, it's like everyone is waiting to break into their favorite Bollywood song. So without keeping these great talkers of the Indian community from the events, this is Rahul Joglekar signing out from Manchester. If you have any feedback at all about this program, you can tweet me at r_joggy, or you can send us your feedback at feedback@ndtv.com. Thanks so much for watching.